Hey guys, I am back again for another Jurassic World Dino Rivals tour review, and this is going to be the last one possibly for this year. And now we're going to be doing a dual review because I didn't want to do it separately. I wanted to do it together as these figures already came out. So this is the Dual Attack Triceratops and Savage Strike Dilophosaurus. These two are obviously repaints of previous dinosaurs, this being a repaint of the Dual Attack Triceratops from the first wave of Dual Attack dinosaurs and Dino Rivals, which is the green variant, and this one being a repaint of the Destructosaurus and re-release of the Legacy Collection Dilophosaurus as well. But before we get to reviewing these figures, let's go over the Dilophosaurus package first. Now, of course, I don't have to go over the Dino Rivals aesthetic. We've all seen it before. I got the demonstration right there. In the back, you see the dinosaur with its action features, spitting out water, as said you could do that. And there's a collector's code, which we already got that over. And then we got the other figures, which we got every one of these. And we reviewed all of them. So, yeah, done for that one. Triceratops package, again, same Dino Rivals aesthetic. It's looking pretty good. And it had the picture of the dinosaur at the back. I actually think it looks a lot better at the back because of the way the colors match. They actually look really good. Then you got the Pteranodon, which I reviewed, and the Concavator, which I did not get, but I will definitely be getting. Okay, if I ever get that someday, I will go back and do Dino Rivals review someday, but I don't know. It's just even that fingers crossed thing, maybe. Let's go over the Triceratops first because that dinosaur I reviewed twice. The scoping, detail, and striations everywhere, it's all the same as the previous dinosaurs I went over, and yeah, I love it mainly because of the paint job. And on the lighting here, it's obviously a lot different, but it can change from different perspectives. As you can see, I'm placing it near the light. As you can see, this is the way it looks, and I also like the way the eye is painted in, the way the colors look, and the paint that's been applied. Okay, this is cool. There we go. I think you can see what we're talking, what most people were talking about with that kind of paint job, and autofocus is usually going crazy, so I'm gonna stop it from doing so. So yeah, and the action features on the top, which is the buttons here, head ramming and tail whipping. So everything's basically the same. I'm going to flip this over to show the bottom. It's that logo right there. I mean, this is the logo and this is the scan code, but I guess you already got that, so there's no point. But again, oh yeah, there's no paint on the bottom, which is kind of annoying to deal with, but the other Triceratops barely had that. I mean, the other version has, we'll go over the comparison. So yeah, this is the Triceratops from the later waves, and this is the kind of variation, I guess you might want to call it. That's what everybody's calling it, but I call it that anyway because I love the way it's painted too. So yeah, I love it. And here's the collector's card that Triceratops comes with, and it looks just about as the same as the other one that I went over, especially when it's in a mirrored position, I guess. I have to go back and look. So it looks pretty nice. Then down here is the stats, and here's the back, and here's the Dilophosaurus. So we're getting very close to that detail right there, and I love the way the eye is painted in. I mean, it does look pretty nice. I think like a few bits of yellow is kind of getting in the way. Maybe that's probably a paint error right there. So I flip over the other side and see how that eye looks. Making sure it doesn't want to fall. Yep, looks fine. I also really like how the paint is implemented, even if the purple is indeed like a little distracting for the Dilophosaurus, but it's still nice. It also got really, it got these splotches here. And the splotches look more like a mixture. Like, it doesn't look technically more natural. It looks more like any of the other dinosaurs, like the Pseudoceratops paint job, sort of like that. So that's just the frills going in and out. That's an articulation piece. The mouth can open and close, even though this mouth opens like that, and it looks like it's broken. But it looks okay. I thought it could close a little bit better. But again, I like the detailing of the frills as well. So again, this is a really nice sculpt. And then there's the detailing here, striations going all the way over here, and the tail. And at the bottom, you can see, oh, can see the detailing from here, and then there's the rubbery part where you squeeze to pull some water inside. The scan code, the Jurassic logo. There's only one bit of there's like one bit of cream underpaint, which is only on this torso here, not of the neck, not of the tail. It's basically how it looks. Then you got the red patterns is also pretty nice, so I like this. So yeah, and there's the arms, and they own a ball joint as well. So this one obviously has a lot more articulation, and it's a lot bigger for the Dilophosaurus of this scale, considering that this is a bigger variation of the other Dilophosaurus, which is a lot better, but at the same time, this one's still as good as the other. Now, of course, I want to demonstrate the action feature because I mentioned in my Christmas haul video that I didn't really like how it worked out the first time around. So I'm going to give it another go with this Dilophosaurus here. Make sure I don't fail again. So, as it said in the back of the package, you squeeze it 2 to 3 times. So, let's give it the go. I'm not sure if I filled it in. Alright, so let's give it a go. Hope I'm doing this right. Not that bad. Maybe I have to open it a lot wider. I dipped them in there real deep. Yeah. Not that bad. Okay, it works better a second time then. Oops. I guess it looks like I misjudged this little guy. Definitely does the action feature pretty well, so yeah, change my mind. And here's the Dilophosaurus collector's card, as the Dilophosaurus is looking pretty good with this illustration. And here's the stats down here. And we have the back. And there you go. Here's a comparison to all the Triceratops we have so far. And as you can see, this is how they look. Honestly, I like all of them, but my most favorites is the Roarvors variation and the white version. So yeah, I like it. And here's a comparison with the Dilophosaurus against the regular Attack Pack Dilophosaurus, which is a repaint that was in the Target exclusive Legacy Collection pack. Now, I like the Legacy Collection one more because of the paint, but I also like the Savage Strike variation because it's the Startosaurus version that hasn't been around the US, and the Legacy Collection version that hasn't been released in the US. So, I like them both. Yeah, I like them both. The paint may be a little lackluster on the purple Dilophosaurus, but I like it anything anyway. It doesn't really matter. Also, I have completed the Savage Strike Wave 3. Yep, I got them all in the same dang wave. It's actually pretty amazing. Well, to me at least. Alright, that's going to conclude this review of the Jurassic World Dino Rivals, Savage Strike Dilophosaurus, and Dual Attack Triceratops version 2. These are really great figures, even though the Dilophosaurus has the paint job that nobody wants to even fall for, but if anything, I do like the Dilophosaurus anyway, just because of the sculpt. But I also like that Triceratops because of the paint job. Reminded me of the counter version of the Triceratops that was unreleased from the Lost World. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hope you guys enjoyed this dual review, and I'll be seeing you guys later.